Welcome to the video demonstration of RapidReport, a super fast report development tool for Oracle EBS and an innovation of Technivo Solutions. Let's get started and have a look at how we create a new report in RapidReport. So when you install RapidReport, you get a custom responsibility, Technivo RapidReport developer, and within that you would have access to the RapidReport tool. When you open it up, this is how it looks. So as you can see, you can create a new report, you can edit, you can run it. So let's start out with creating a new one. We'll see how efficient this is to develop a new report. So here you just put in the name of the report. So in my case, I'm just going to put in Demo Sales Orders Report. And as you can see, there's a large text box which allows you to enter the SQL query. There it is. So it's a whole lot of columns, and you can see there's quite a few parameters in there as well. So you can choose the font of the output. So I'm going to keep it as Courier. So you can decide whether you want to show the headings, whether you want to show a grid, things like that. There's also an option of making the report secure. We'll get to that later. You hit the Validate and the Get Details button, and it parses your query, and it basically determines all your parameters. So it does that to the best of its ability by reading your query, trying to find out where the bind parameters are. Some of them may need to be edited. You can see all the parameters have parsed. You can choose the data type. For example, my order dates are going to be of date type. You can make some of them optional, some of them required. And let's say you want a list of values in some of your parameters. So you can just type in your query for the parameter list of values. So here I want to display, let's say, the party name and the account number, and I want to pass the customer ID to the back end. So this is how I'll write up that query. Simple one. And once I'm finished writing my SQL query here, I'll hit the Validate button right next to it. Make sure my SQL query is fine. And it tells me that it's valid and the value of cust account ID will be passed internally. I can do the same thing with the other parameters as well, so I'm going to do that for order type. And in order type, I'm just going to have two columns, the name of the order type and the internal ID. And I validate it again. So it tells me that the name will be passed. I want the ID to be passed, so I add another column to it. The item prefix, I just want to leave it free text, so I'm not going to make any changes there. And then I give all the parameters the prompt. So the P order date 2 is the internal name, but what you want to display to the users, that's going to appear in your prompt. And I'm done with my parameters. And if I go down to the columns, I see that it's already given me the suggested column titles. I can of course change them, edit them however I want to. So I'm just going to change a few of them. I'm going to put something that's more meaningful maybe to the users, as to what they would like. And I'm done with the columns as well. There you go. No development of an XML, no development of an RTF or an RDF or anything like that. And then I just go ahead and hit the Create Report, asks me whether I want to proceed. I say OK, and it creates the report for me. That's done. Well, let's see how we run this report in online mode. We'll get to the difference between online and offline mode later. So you go to run the report. It asks you the name of the report there. So I got just one report. So that's what it shows up. And I keep that checkbox checked, the run online checkbox. And I hit the get parameters. Now you can see that the required parameters are being shown to me as yellow. So I know which ones are required. And you remember that we made these date parameters as as a data type of date. So I can open the calendar. And this is the LOV we developed for it. There you go. So it shows me the customer name, and this is the LOV we developed for the order type. And the last two are free text, so they don't have any validation on them. And once that's done, I hit submit. When I hit submit, it just warns me that I'm running in online mode, so it may take a while if I run online. There you go. And it creates an Excel file for me when I do that. There's the Excel in the Courier font as we selected. There we have it, the entire data in a nice neat report in Excel. Now let's see how we run it in offline mode. So it's the same report. The only difference is I'm going to uncheck that run online checkbox. I'm going to hit submit. When I do that, it tells me that a request has been submitted and gives me the request ID. So if I was to go to my requests, SRS window, I'd see that there, the request ID. I'd hit and click on view output. Now you see it asks me the viewer, so I choose Microsoft Excel. The main reason it's asking me that is because the format output is PCL, and I've defined Microsoft Excel as one of the valid viewers. That's something you'll need to do in your instance. Let's see how we edit a report. Now I've developed my report, and let's say I want to add another column or maybe change a few of the conditions around. So I choose that report there. Let's just say that I want to add a column, maybe, of course, like you would maintain comments in an RDF or an XML data template, you can do the same thing here. So let's say I just want to multiply the quantity and the selling price and call it extended amount. So that's what I added. Now I just hit parse query. Remember, if you hit validate and get details, it's going to get rid of everything you entered on the other side. It's going to start from scratch, so don't do that when you're editing. Now, launch this report from the standard SRS window. You don't necessarily need to go to RapidReport Developer each time. Any responsibility that you're in, you just go to the View Requests window, and you'll see there's a new Tools option there, RapidReport. When you hit it the first time in any responsibility where you haven't used it before, it's going to tell you this. It says that it wasn't attached and it's attached now, so switch out to another responsibility and then go back to where you were, just to refresh Oracle's cache of the menu structure. Now if you go there you can see RapidReport opened up, but it's in run mode, so you can't create reports or edit them. That can only be done from the developer. So this is opened up in run mode, and it basically functions the same way as before. Now let's see how we add security to a report. Some of your reports may be sensitive. You don't want, guys in your supply chain to see your data in let's say finance. So you edit that report and you check this checkbox, secure report. And you check that, you see the little lock got enabled. If you click on that, it opens up a little window and it asks you at what level you want to secure it. So you can make it available just to specific users, or you can make it available to all the users of a specific responsibility. So now I'm gonna assign, I'm gonna say that anyone who has this responsibility can run this report. Not necessarily from that responsibility, you can run from anywhere as long as you have that responsibility assigned to you. Save my changes there. Now, try and run this secure report without the responsibility access. So now I got rid of that Japan responsibility from my user. I'm going to edit it again. I'm going to modify the security on that. Let's say I don't have any receivables responsibilities. So let's say I want this report only to be run by my AR team. So I added that level of security there. And now I'm a guy with just OM responsibilities, as you can see. I'm not an AR guy. And I go to my usual OM responsibility. And I go back to RapidReport. I try to run that report from here. Nope, it's not showing up. It's not showing up. But it's not showing up because it's now secured. I don't have the responsibility assigned to me. So that's the demo of RapidReport. And if you like our product, which I'm sure you will, call in